everyone. My name is Sheridan Russell, now Sheridan Kuykendall, because I just got married this last March to my elementary school sweetheart, but we will get into that. For my family narrative, I'm going to focus on myself, my parents, my three brothers, and my husband, Shay. This narrative is going to cover my family roots, how my relationship with my family members has shaped me and made me who I am today, and the family traditions and faith that we carry. First and foremost, I am one of four children. I have three brothers, so I am the only girl. My oldest brother is Colton. My second oldest brother is Dylan. Then comes me, and then my youngest brother, Gavin. You can see in the photo above that on the far left is my brother Dylan. Next to him is my husband Shay. Then comes me, and then next to me is my brother Colton. And next to Colton is my youngest brother, Gavin. Something my parents taught my brothers and I is that it is so important to keep strong relationships with your siblings because at the end of the day, people come and go, but family is forever. So we've grown up best friends and continue to grow our relationships with one another daily. In this class, we've spoken so much about communication and how important it is, and I've seen that prominently in my family life. I live in Seattle, Washington with my husband, but I am originally from California, so all of my family is there, and communication is a huge part of what keeps us close. We FaceTime often, we text, we call, pretty much anything to stay in contact with one another, even at such a far distance. A little background on my family overall. My parents have been together for 36 years. They got married when my mom was 18 years old, so it's been quite a long time. And for our entire lives, we've been raised in the church and taught to serve Christ and others before ourselves. Faith has been such a central part of our family. We've been going to the same church since I was 4 years old, so it's been quite a long time. And everyone in my family serves at the church in some way, shape, or form. My dad and all of my brothers serve on the worship team, and my mom and I have served in children's ministry, women's ministry for as long as I can remember. Moving on to my wonderful husband, Shay, we've actually known each other our entire lives and grown up together. Our families met at our very first church and have stayed close ever since. To be honest, my husband and I kind of have a very surreal love story. Our families met at church when we were first born, and then we ended up going to school with each other up until high school. In elementary school, we had an elementary school relationship where we were crushing on each other all the time. And then fast forward to high school, we reconnected and we have been together ever since. My husband and I did not go to the same high school, so we did long distance for a little bit, and then we ended up going to college together, which is where he proposed, and then we got married in March, which is crazy to think it's now almost been a year. It feels like it was just yesterday that we had our beautiful wedding. When it came to our wedding, we knew that we wanted it to be Christ-centered and honor the Lord. This was far more important to us than anything because we truly believe that our covenant is between us and Christ. We got married at my home church, and it was truly everything we could have ever dreamed of. Family traditions and values are extremely important to me. So when we got married, I knew that I wanted to incorporate something from my parents, seeing as they've had a beautiful Christ centered marriage for 36 years. My husband and I decided to honor my parents by using their unity candle in our ceremony. Above is a photo of my parents' unity candle, the same exact one that we used in our wedding. We did communion and a unity ceremony because we wanted to find every way that we could possibly honor Christ in our ceremony. This allowed us to feel connected to my parents, to my family, and to Christ. I think this beautifully resembles what Duck and McMahon say when they state that families develop relational culture through interactions where meaning and identity are built. That's exactly what we did here. My husband and I were building our own life and our own family with one another, but we still have the traditional cultural values that we've both built throughout our lives with our families. And this was a fantastic way to honor that. I'm a firm believer that the way we stay connected with our loved ones that have passed is by storytelling and honoring our family identity. My Uncle Jimmy meant the world to me, but he unfortunately passed away a year ago. A tradition that we used to do with him is for every single holiday, we would watch the Charlie Brown movie that correlated. So if it was Christmas, we would watch Charlie Brown Christmas, and if it was Thanksgiving, we would watch the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving movie. These were his favorite, and this is a tradition that my husband and I will continue throughout our lives and carry into our family as well. I firmly believe that this passes down value of family identity and traditions and keeps our family members alive in our hearts. Duck and McMahon state that narratives shape relational identity, and that's exactly what my husband and I are trying to accomplish by keeping my Uncle Jimmy's traditions alive in our family. The way that I was raised and the traditions and values that I have gained will dramatically impact the way that I raise my family and their generations to come. Overall, my family's story very clearly reflects just how important communication is, how shared rituals and storytelling can create identity, and how traditions and faith play a huge role in each and every one of our lives. As Duck and McMahon have mentioned, families build a relational culture through repeated interactions and everyday communication, and this proves to me just how important it is that even from a distance, I stay connected with every one of my family members. My family's story is most definitely not over. In fact, it is just starting. But these communication patterns and all of our traditions that we have formed are going to continue to grow and guide us down the path of parenthood and our families to come. I am so grateful for the relationship that I have with every single one of my family members and the beautiful marriage that I've formed with my husband. And I am beyond excited to see the traditions, communication styles, and history that will be written from here on out.